Hi, in this video, we're going to talk about the structure of the eyes, internal and external. For the external structure of the eyes, actually, or what we can see when we're looking at the eyes, or maybe not quite, because this we cannot see. This is the lacrimal gland. This one we cannot see because it's under our eyelid from the inside. And here we have the lacrimal um, sac, and those are the lacrimal canal. So if you're looking at your eyes or more detail, you can actually see the hole, a tiny hole at the commissure of the eyes right here. Here, let me show you. Right here, inside here, you can see a tiny hole. So that is where the canals end. So that's where the water work. When you're crying, that's where the tears come from. But if you're watching like this one, you don't really have to watch attentively to see. You can see the you can see the iris here. This is the colored part of the eyes. You can see the sclera, which is the clear part. You can see the purple pupil, which is the black part of the eyes where the lens is. And um, you can see uh, you can see your eyelids, you can see your eyelashes. So all of those are the part of the external structure of the eyes. Now, let's take a look at the internal structure. So internal structure is more complicated, and you cannot see it with bare eyes. Here we have the choroid, we have the retina, we have here the central depression of the eyes. We have behind our eyes, we have the uh, optic nerves. We have the muscle, the eye muscles. We have the anterior chamber, which is filled with more aqueous humor. We have the posterior chamber. We have the suspensory ligaments here, the suspensory ligament, and we have ciliary body and muscle. So the eyes is in total form of 6 muscles, and here in this picture you can actually see 2 of those. We have the lateral rectus muscle here, and we have the median rectus muscles. But we have other muscles like the rectus of lateral oblique, medial oblique, etc., etc. And here you can see inside your eyes that you cannot see it. You have the lens. And let's take a look at the lens. Our lens has accommodating power. So if I'm looking at an image that is far or someone that is far, then my lens will elongate, is what you're seeing here. The lens will elongate so that the focus point could fall on my retina so that I can see, the stimulus or can fall on the retina, and the retina will be able to convert the image. But what will happen if I'm looking at something that is close? Then my lens will shorten and become like a ball, and that allows the hair or nail point, that allows the focus to fall also on the retina. Because if the lens doesn't accommodate, that's what gives eye problems. And you can see that's why they you can see that's why I'm looking up I'm carrying glasses. So that's because my lens cannot um become flat enough so that I can see far. So the lens in my glasses, they allow those the image focus to fall on my retina, because otherwise it doesn't fall close enough of the retina. Is it fall before in front here, or maybe too far away after behind your retina. So the lens that I'm carrying right now, they allow it to fall completely on the retina so that I can see what I'm looking at. And here we have the pupil. The pupil that it plays an important role on how much light is falling on the retina, or on the lens to the retina. So the muscle around the pupil, when it's bright, they actually work together so that the pupil can become small like this for a lot of light. When there is not a lot of light, then the muscle works together so that the pupil can become large enough so that you can have enough light so that you can see what you are looking at. Let's now take a look at the retina that I've been talking about nonstop. So the retina has cells here that actually convert the image. You have cone, the rod cell, and you have cone cell. The difference between rod and cone cell, we have the rod cell. They allows you vision in the when there is little light. So they distinguish shape. So if it's nighttime and I'm looking, my rod cell will provide me detail, but not colors. So you can see the shape, but you won't see the color. So that's why the rod cell are here. They are here for low vision, and when you cannot see the detail, but you can see the shape, and they don't require a lot of light. But here, the cone cell, on the other hand, they work on the influence of light, of a lot of light. So you can actually distinguish colors. You can distinguish if it's bright, if it's dull, etc., etc. So that is what the cone and the rod cell are in our retina. So they actually take the image and they're converting it into impulse, and then here the optical nerve will carry those impulses to the brain, and then you can see, you can understand what you're actually looking at. So that was it for the structure of the eyes. Thank you for watching.